As hunters, we have a responsibility at some point to pass on the knowledge and the skills we've learnt along the way to a newcomer. Be it younger family members, friends, or people of any age that find their way to you somehow, asking for guidance or information about hunting. It always pleases me when people engage on the subject and they leave the conversation seeing hunting in a more positive light. Many of which leave wanting to know more about how to get involved. These first interactions with people from any walk of life leave lasting impressions about you, the hunter, the lifestyle, and the opportunities for them to become involved. This is one of the main reasons why Mark, Jono and I started the Hunters Campfire. It helps us engage more people through the social platforms to pass on information to as many as we could, to as many who would listen. Passing on knowledge about locations, gear, game, and all manner of hunting related things, including stories from new hunters that have taken some of our help and some of our advice and become successful in their own right, being able to take game home to the family and share it around the table. It has given numerous people the extra confidence they need to get out and have a go, just building up a little bit more knowledge than they had before, having a look at a few locations they hadn't thought about, or maybe just finding the first location that they've ever been able to hunt public land. On a recent mentoring hunt, I got the chance to sit down with Dwayne and chat about our past few days together, our shared experiences and successes, before packing out the deer for processing back at camp.
We're south of Inverell.
Bundarra,
there you go. So we're in Bundarra. We're on a few thousand hectares of pretty cool land. It's got lots of open pasture improved country, plus it also has lots of bands of scrub, heaps of stuff for the deer to live in. And so our first day we came down just to have a little look, and we were lucky enough to, we were just coming through the scrub behind us actually, weren't we? And I think we bumped a spiker out of its bed, and it just was unlucky enough to stop for a couple of seconds in front of us, and it died nicely for us.
you go.
Okay, weapons safe, firstly. So, where are we? New property. We've walked for about 40 minutes, maybe a couple of Ks, you reckon? A couple of Ks. We're told there's deer here, and the e-scouting that I did beforehand, this looked like a pretty good spot, high vantage point going down over some pasture improved country over the back. We've just decided to come through this forested area. You see it all behind, and as we're coming through, obviously made a little bit of noise, and I think it's a young spiker, young male, poked its head up, walked in front of us, stopped for a look, had put one into it. I actually thought it dropped and I'd maybe just gone over its back, but we've just come down to where it was, and here we are, deer on the ground, so let's go and have a look. Yep, like I thought, it's a little spiker, there's a little yearling. What do you reckon? It's alright.
Beautiful.
Beautiful coat. Awesome condition. That's the exit wound, so it's gone in the other side, come out low, which is about right because we were up above it. So anyway, now we're going to carry this sucker out. I guess we call that a day.
That's a day.
I don't know, I've got a bit of work to do here, but that's why we brought Dwayne.
Oh, well, thanks,
Mr.
mate.
Muscles from the gym. He's been doing lots of weights, so we'll get him to carry it out whole. Awesome. Hi, Dwayne.
Oh, are we there yet?
Here's one. Nice little spiker. be a good eater. All I've got to do now is walk all the way back to the car. Other than that, then yesterday, I'll let you talk about yesterday because that was a pretty cool, a long day, wasn't it?
What did we hike? 12 kilometres, wasn't it?
Yeah, about 12 k's. Yeah.
Oh, that was a good workout. But it's good land. It's good land, isn't it? Like you said, the open pastures and the bit of bushy stuff is, you know, where we've seen a couple of the deer run through it. They just weren't in range for us, or too scrubby.
Yeah. And then we've wandered around to this spot that we'd decided looked pretty damn good. And the second we got here, there were just pigs everywhere.
Yeah.
It was a good mob of 10, a couple of really nice big ones.
Yeah.
And then we looked over to, at the time, our left. I saw another big pig running down through the paddock. So it looked like it was all on here for a while. And then you spotted the two bucks over the back.
Yeah.
Or a buck or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't know what the other one was doing.
Yeah.
And then I spied a buck.
Over this way.
Reasonable headgear wandering over this way. So that was another 3. Those bucks were on the neighbour's place, so we couldn't really do much about them. But it was good to see them. It was the first deer that we'd seen that hadn't seen us, which was good.
Yeah.
So this area where we are, we're right on the far eastern boundary, almost the far northeastern boundary. And the property goes about, how far do you reckon it is to the far end of that? It's probably only 1.5 k's, 2 k's maybe.
Yeah, maybe 2.
2 k's straight across the top. It's the really narrow section of the block. And then up and over a big basalt scrubby range, and we bumped a couple of young ones in there. But again, they were just over the neighbour's fence in easy view. Oh, before that happened though. Yeah. Yeah, go. Talk about that. That was...
Yeah, we were just walking through, weren't we? And
it's good that like we got so close to it.
Yeah.
Like, so we were being nice and quiet, we had the wind right.
And what did he do? Just looked at you for a couple of seconds.
Yeah, I had my rifle strapped to my pack, so I was trying to do the right thing and let Dwayne shoot. Meanwhile, Dwayne's looking the other way. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, within about 5 to 10 metres, a beautiful big buck stood up in front of me and just looked at me for a good 4 or 5 seconds. Easy could have taken him if I had rifle in hand.
He wasn't stopping, eh?
He did for a second, eh? He stopped. I said, he's going to stop. He stopped on the other side about 250 for all of 3 seconds, and then he busted it up to the ridge line. Once he was on the tree line, he turned around for a minute or so and looked at us at 380 metres, but we were in no position to be firing 380 metre shots from where we were, so it was just awesome to see him.
Yeah, it was.
He was a beautiful animal. And then last night, that was a lot of fun last night.
Yeah, that went down the boundary here.
Yeah, we had to move. We were going to come back to the same corner, but there was a mob of cows right here. And the cows on this block are pretty skittish, so they make a hell of a racket once they catch onto you. Except these muppets that were here when we shot. Like, I'm letting rounds off and they didn't care. They just stood there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we had to cut through the scrub to bypass those guys, and we ended up down in the paddock there, overlooking, a kilometre or so of range of distance, and just nothing happening.
No.
So decided to, like, after sundown, the time, so 5:15 or whatever it was, the sun was down when you got that last half an hour of light. We took the last 10 minutes of that just to walk back up towards this area. Just as we were coming up the hill, I think 3.
Yeah, I think there was 3, wasn't there?
Yeah, three. Well, these are 2 of them. Stepped out from basically exactly where we were going to be standing if we hadn't had to turn around and go back the other way. And yeah, shot one at 70 metres and shot the next one just up here at 120. So not being prepared enough to carry that stuff out, we hung them in this tree overnight, just gutted them and hung them in the tree overnight, and we're back this morning,
Ah,
having a half-assed look around, just waiting to come back here and slog our guts out to get them back up the hill to the car. You're looking forward to that, aren't you?
oh yeah, I can't wait for it. It's going to be a good workout. Easy.
Anyway, so that's us. We're going to break these break these animals down into quarters and punch our way back up to the car. And what's the time now? 8:30. Hopefully we'll be having a nap by 10 o'clock. Anyway, that's it. We'll leave the video running as we break these down, and hopefully we'll see you at the next carcass.
Good stuff. Beautiful.
Happy days. We've got a backstrap bag. Oh, ruined the triangle. Well, this is what you run on the treadmill for. Get your cardio good.
Yeah,
You do your deadlifts.
yeah, I'll do that.
You do your deadlifts.
Not the cardio.
Well, it's only a small punch up the side of a mountain back to the car. Call it a mountain, just because it sounds better for YouTube. I'll feel it by the time I get there. Don't you worry. Anyway, good times, Dwayne. Had fun.
It was good time, mate. It was good.
Let's go shoot some more. Got a day to go. Easy, eh?
Oh, piece of cake.
Let's go and do another one.
Yeah.
Anyone tries to tell me I don't love my animals. You see what we go through? Whew. Anyway, here we are. The car, the mighty wagon, the chariot waits to carry us back.
And with that, the weekend was over. Dwayne had not taken a shot for various reasons throughout that weekend, but he was part of the entire process from start to finish, soaking up information, learning new skills in preparation for a time in the not too distant future when he would be in the situation to take up the challenge, to shoot, break down, hike out and process an animal. These can be daunting tasks, made a little less so if the knowledge and skills can be passed down by more experienced people. In my opinion, mentoring is a big part of the future of hunting, and I hope you're ready to take up the challenge when somebody asks you.